Hello my friends! Usually I was planning a different intro, but the mailman just got something very nice for me. So I thought, let's do a little unboxing together because you guys are literally the reason that I even got this thing. I guess you all know what it is because I also think you saw it in the thumbnail and in the title. So yeah, let's just open it. I sadly don't have like a proper unboxing place like what you usually see from like the top-down camera. They really wanted that this thing is safe. Oh no! I broke it! Why would you use a scissor and do it safely if you can just do it with pure violence, right, Nico? Yeah. Alright. Here we go. I hope the thing is not falling out now. Oh, it's a black foam. Nice. And it's a paper. That's why you usually have a top-down camera when you do unboxings. Ooh. Look at this. Doesn't that look nice? Let's actually have a look at this bad boy. You can actually mirror yourself in there. Huh, you can see yourself now. It's actually quite heavy. But I like it. I think I might just put it here on the wall and remove these two plates. If you're wondering, by the way, what these plates are, these plates are for better sound, like have a soundproof room basically. So yeah, thank you for this and let's start with the questions, I guess. Boop. Hello my friends, it's been a while since we have done a Q&A, so let's jump in right with the first question, which was blah. That's what happened when you don't have a script. With the most voted one, which came from 𝐵𝐸𝐺. Have you played any other MOBAs? Yes, I played LOL a couple of times, but never really got into it. It was always like too long and too much for me. What made you stick with MLBB? Exactly the reason why I didn't choose to play LOL for longer. It's pretty easy to get into Mobile Legends. Like on the lower levels, it's very, very easy to get at least a small idea of what you're supposed to do. But it's also like if you really get into every little detail, it gets really complicated. Maybe not as complicated as LoL or Dota, for example, but I don't really need to micromanage every little detail. Like this is not my type of game anyway. I like when I can, how can you say this? Claw my teeth into something and really find out the details, but there's also like a limit, especially since, as all of you know, I'm a father, I'm a husband, I have a job. I don't have the time to play League of Legends for 10 hours a day to really know what's going on. And for that, Mobile Legends is perfect because this is something where you can stay up to date, but you don't necessarily need to play every day for 10 hours to stay on that level. You mentioned a few times that you used to work at some kind of gaming company. Are you comfortable? If you're comfortable, could you talk more about that? Yeah, sure. I just don't know what exactly you want to know. Working in a gaming company is not that different than working in any other office job. One advantage gaming companies have is if you're a gamer yourself, you will find many gamers in that company, which means you have a lot of topics to talk about with your coworkers. And if you're up for, or if you're interested about animes and stuff, you will find a lot of weeps there as well. So the topics, what you're talking about with your colleagues in a gaming company is probably different than in a gaming, when you work in a company where many older people are. Let's say it like this. You will not talk about the latest harem anime or the latest isekai you watch with someone like that, usually. But there are also other other companies who are not gaming companies where you find a lot of gamers, like my actual company where I'm working right now, which is not a gaming company, which is a company that is making software for hospitals. Still, almost every developer in that company is a gamer, and the 50% of that company are developers, so yeah. But this was one thing that was really nice about that gaming company, that you had a lot of friends, maybe too much, but you had a lot of people you could talk to about your hobbies, which was really great. Apart from that, most things in that company was not so great, to be honest. In a gaming company, you're not earning a lot of money because gaming companies sell themselves like, hey, you work with games. Is that not enough for you? What do you mean you want to have a proper salary you can survive with? Like, this is the mentality of many gaming companies out there. There were also other shit happens, like many people got fired in that company simply because the company basically fucked up. They calculated completely wrong. They scrapped basically every game they wanted to release, and that's why they had, I think, over 1,000 people were working there, and they had to cut it down to like 200 people because they just completely, messed it up, basically. I didn't get fired. I ran away by myself, luckily. But I'm still somewhat thankful for that gaming company, because this is where I learned my first step as a QA guy, as a tester. I wouldn't have my awesome job now if I wouldn't have started to work in this company, because this was my first QA job. Before I was also an IT guy, but I wasn't doing QA. So this is what set the ball rolling. So yeah. What's also interesting was, of course, reading what the users are saying about the software you're testing. Especially when they're saying like, you guys don't have a QA, like, look, we have like 10 bugs we found, like, what is going on? Well, yes, we actually found all of these bugs, but the developers didn't have the time to fix them because the product manager, like the organizer of the game, said like, no, we don't have time, we make the update now, I don't care. Yeah, and then there were bugs. The users didn't like bugs, obviously, because bugs suck. And then they complained that we don't have a QA. This was like kind of interesting. Didn't bother me really, because like, yeah, what can you do? But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any more specific questions, ask them in the next Q&A. What unique hero concept do you want to see in MLBB? That's a question I need to think about for longer before I can really answer it, I think. I actually don't know. If it's supposed to be a hero for me, it should be someone with a strong ultimate, but we have another question regarding that later, so I'll keep it for that. Favorite skin? I think I answered that question in the last Q&A as well, and I don't even remember what I said then because it's changing quite frequently. One skin I really love is the Jawhead collector skin. Like, this was the skin I saw that, and this was like instant buy. But other than that, I really like the new Wanwan skin, like obviously. Everyone is surprised. I really like the collector skin from Badang and also his Zodiac skin. I like the collector skin from Kufra, which I didn't got because I wasn't playing Kufra that regularly that I decided to spend that many diamonds on that. If we are not talking about the completely OP and expensive skins, I really like the Ruby Parrot skin, I think it's called, which was a Starlight skin. This one I really like, and I don't know, I think I would have a couple of more skins, but I don't have any in my head right now. I would have to boot up the game for that now. Will you ever stop playing Wanwan? Yes, in ranking, because she's getting banned non-stop. I really hope her nerf is getting her out of the ban section, because I just really want to play more often with her. I agree that she needs a nerf because she is too strong. Like, no matter how bad you played in the early to mid game, if you manage to go to the late game, you can always delete like half of the enemy's team with one well set ultimate, and no hero should be able to just delete a couple of heroes without them being able to do anything except buying specialized counter items, for example. 𝐷𝐵LST asked, will you ever do a collab with some bigger ML YouTubers like 𝐵𝐚𝐬, Hororo or Shinman? To be honest, yes, I would like to, especially with Shinman, or maybe even 𝐘𝐽, who's pretty new to MLBB, but it's really fun to see how he's growing from when you saw his first videos where he had really not much of an idea what he was doing, but from every video he's getting better and better and better. That's something that is really interesting to see, which also explains the views that he's getting, because yeah, it's just fun seeing his journey becoming better and better and better. These were two guys I would love to do a collab, of course with Shinman as well. Just doing some random BS video with Shinman would be like the most awesome thing ever, I think. The thing is though, in the Mobile Legends community, I have the feeling like not many people are making collabs and not many people are really open for it. Not going into any details here, but yeah, when did you really see like a collaboration happen with the biggest YouTubers? I haven't seen many. Next question is from Magape Victor. I love using Mia and frankly can stop winning when I'm using her. However, somehow I am paired with people who choose her first. I have been sucking at all other characters. Any suggestions on fun characters I could try out? Well, when you say other people pick her first, I assume you're either very low, you're on the very low rank, because, or not, I mean, yeah, they could also be chosen in the draft pick phase, but still, when you only use Mia, I assume you're still in a quite low rank, somewhere between master to maybe epic, I think. So as someone who's very unexperienced, I'm not going to recommend someone like Fanny now to you. As jungler, I could recommend 𝐵𝐺𝐻𝐻 or Karina for you, because both are pretty easy to play and both have the ability to carry the team. As marksman, I would probably say Moskov, Carry, or Clint, because all three of them are also pretty easy to play and also fun, I think. As fighter, you could try Ruby or Hilda, for example. And as mage, Eudora is never wrong when you play against squishy enemies. And I could also recommend Nana, because she's also quite easy to play if you know how to use her. Like, for example, her second skill, that little stuffed animal called Molina. I would recommend that you not just throw it randomly somewhere, that you really think about where to place it. For example, you can give yourself or your team vision with it when you just place Molina into a bush, for example. This is something what I do often. Or you throw them into the turret if you're pushing, for example, so the enemy has a harder time defending the turret. Next question from Anak Ni Batman. Are there any other games you play other than Mobile Legends? Not really. I mean, if you count playing Barbies, like with actual Barbies, yes, then yes. I don't really like... I'm playing sometimes some games on the Switch with my daughter. Like, we were playing Mario Party, we were playing some mini-game island game thingy. But other than playing games with my daughter, I'm not really playing many other games, simply because I don't have the time for it. I have to stay up to date for my YouTube channel to be able to make actually guides and to still have my knowledge. So the few hours I can spare, I'm using to play Mobile Legends or to make my YouTube channel. Like, this is like my one hobby I have, basically, outside of playing with my daughter or going out with my wife and my daughter. Well, and watching anime with my wife. That's also another hobby what we have. Sam asked, why did you kidnap Nezuko-Chan? I didn't kidnap her, she came to me because I feed her well? With my blood. Nah, Nezuko-Chan is not taking any blood. Actually, it was, I don't know, what was it? I think my wife and my daughter came up with the idea that she's making the Nezuko cosplay in the first place. Because my daughter saw Nezuko on a YouTube video and obviously found her very, very cute. And obviously, most kids like to dress up, especially girls. So they found the outfit online and then they were like, we want to buy this. And then I was like, all right. And then, since there was already the idea in my head that we do the 100,000 subscriber special where I play a game with my daughter, I thought like it might be fun when she wear her cosplay in that video, because yeah, she was just cute. Martin Uriel asked, is Layla really a tank? The answer is yes. Raphael asked, I almost wanted to say fragt, and fragt is German for asked, my god. How you and Mrs. Guide have met? We actually started to talk online, and then I went to the Philippines to meet her, and yeah, then one thing came to another, we got married, she came here, and yeah. What is the formula to make a child so adorable? Good parenting, I guess. Well, first of all, every kid has their personality, of course. There are some kids who just go mental whatever you do. Precious just has like this natural kindness and this natural being adorable. That's nothing what I would say, teached her, because she was like this from the beginning. But good parenting helps, of course. Like, it's not like she's always the super, super good girl. Like, she's a 7-year-old kid. Of course, she's doing some BS sometimes and gets scolded for doing bad things. But everything is like completely normal. Like, there's nothing like where I would say like, what the hell is she just doing there? As a QA engineer, what kind of bug hack annoys you the most in Mobile Legends? Actually none, because I didn't encounter like many bugs while playing Mobile Legends. I mean, there are certainly bugs, but I didn't really found like a bug there what I would say like, ooh, that's really annoying, and they never fixed it. And hacks, all hacks are annoying, obviously. Everyone who hacks have a small peepee. Do you have plans to expand Mobile Legends Tank? Actually, I'm not the owner from that. I just wrote a message to the owner one day because I saw... Where did I saw it? I think on Reddit I saw his post. Just asked him if I could promote his website because I found the idea super cool. But actually the development stopped because it's quite difficult having such a thing without any, let's say, money value. You know, you have a server you have to run the website on, you use your time to program a website like this, and when you don't really have the traffic for it or the donations or the contributions, it's really difficult to have a website like this, and that's why I totally understood it when he decided to cancel the development for now. Zixi asked, did you ever get a bronze medal with your mains? I'm never getting any bronze medals, just like I'm so pro, I'm never getting bronze. Silver maybe, but never bronze.
Really, nigga?
Nindo asked, are you gonna play more games with your daughter? We would love to see you two again. Well, I'm not planning to actually let her play Mobile Legends now all the time, or like even let her rank up to Grandmaster or Epic, simply because Mobile Legends is not a game for a 7-year-old. Like playing in the custom mode or like in elite rank where you basically play against bots, or I think she even played against bots. That's fine, you know, that's okay, but I'm not letting her play now everyday Mobile Legends and like really go into that esport mentality like you have to train Mobile Legends now. Like this is nothing what I would do. In a couple of years when she's like 11, 12, 13 and she's actually interested playing Mobile Legends, of course then I would let her play Mobile Legends and then we play together. Who knows? Maybe in 5 years we have the MLGuy Junior channel. Who knows? Nobody knows. Maybe one day she becomes the best Mobile Legend player in the world. Who knows? But for now, I think it was like a one-time special and I think I will keep it this way. Rentaro asked, I have always wanted to know what made you use Wanwan, because back then she was not that popular since she was too hard to use for new players. Nice reading skills, Nico. So yeah, what made me play Wanwan? When I look at the heroes that I like to play, I realized most of the heroes I really like to play are the ones with a really strong ultimate. Like, I started to play with Hilda. Hilda has a strong ultimate. I switched to Badang. Badang is all about his ultimate. I used Hardy a lot. Hardy is also about his ultimate. And then I think it was just like a natural thing that one day I started to pick up Wanwan. In the beginning, I was really bad with her because I think Wanwan was pretty much the first MM I really used, because before I was always, I think there wasn't even like the XP laner role back then. It was like the fighter role back then. And this was the role I basically mained all the time when I started to play. So yeah, Wanwan was actually my first MM. Since I was used to play fighters, I was really bad because I wasn't used to being that squishy. So I stopped playing her and then I picked her up again after a while where I just got better at the game. And then, yeah, I just really liked playing it with her. It was like the challenge of you have to hit all 4 marks, which was not so easy, but the reward was really nice because the ultimate is the same like now. Like if you actually manage to activate your ult, you really get a reward for that. Like nowadays it's just way too easy to activate the ultimate. It's not really like a thing where you have to be proud of like, ooh, I activated my ult in that time in this game 20 times. Like that's easy. So back then it was really difficult to hit all 4 marks. And when you hit them and you had your ult, this was like the, I can't say what I want to say now because I get demonetized, but I think you know what I mean. Feeling. Free to play asked, if you're stranded on an island with characters, which of them would you take with you? And I can also include the skins. So to not say like 20 characters, I think, I mean, maybe you expect now that I will just take all the hot girls, but when I'm stranded on an island, I would actually try to get away from that island. So I would set my limits to 3 heroes I can take with me, with the goal to escape the island. So who do you take then? My first thought was Lu Yi, but I think she wouldn't maybe help me to get off the island with her teleportation. She would just teleport herself away and leave me behind, so maybe that's not a good option. Next I thought about Kadita, but that would be kind of a cheat because she could just swim with me to the next place, whatever. But that would be maybe too easy. Maybe I would take with me Wanwan, not because any waifu things or anything, simply because she knows how to survive in the wildness. That would be something that would be very important. I'm not sure about the lore, but is Franco a good guy? Because if yes, I could take him with me because he probably knows how to build a ship, or at least a raft or something, and he knows how to survive on the sea. And thirdly, maybe Nana, so I can cuddle with Molina? That would be a good idea, I think. So yeah, Wanwan, Franco, and Nana. I'm married, I cannot just take a harem with me on the stranded island. 𝐉𝐸𝐺𝐻𝐸 asked, lately I've been playing with people who only have a 45% win rate. I don't know how these people get to Legends. It's literally impossible with this win rate. As a result, I keep losing games, and I'm always gold to MVP lost. Do you experience a similar situation? Actually, when you have a 45% win rate, you can rank up to Legend. You just need enough games, basically. I think the two biggest problems about ranking is something what I already said that in my Things That Moonton Should Change video. You can rank up in a duo, a trio, even a 5-man team. And when you got carried to a rank where you usually doesn't belong and you start to play soloQ, you drag the whole team down. And this is something what can make the soloQ matches really unbalanced. Another thing is when you have enough games, when you have a win rate of 45%, you technically can rank up to Epic or Legend. That's not impossible. You cannot rank up to Mythical Glory with 45% of course, but Epic and Legend is definitely possible. So the longer you stay in Epic and Legends, the more likely it is that you have a battle that is just not winnable. Is winnable even a word? Now it is. So my recommendation for you will be try to find some friends. Like, be nice to your teammates, even to your enemies if you're searching for teammates. And if you found someone who's good, invite them for another match. And see if your partnership works out. Maybe you follow each other. Like, I think in the game it is possible to find good teammates, as long as you're always nice. And of course, don't start to flame them in the third game when they have a bad day maybe. Lately I'm playing with some people as well, and we had days where I was not the best player, let's say it like this, but we also had other days where I was the MVP and the guys I played together were not the best. That happens. Everyone has a good day and everyone has a bad day. So yeah, just be nice and find some teammates. The Barbaric asked, if you could take any skill from a hero and use it in real life, whose skill would you choose? Well, since most skills are supposed to kill the enemy or kill someone, I don't have that many options, I think, because do I really want to have a skill where I can throw a knife very good into someone's face? Maybe not. I mean, Molina would be cool. Then you always have a stuffed animal. Or a living stuffed animal that is alive. Or not. I don't know about the lore. I just saw something like Molina is dead from 𝐵𝐻𝐸𝐺. I didn't actually watch the video, but I saw the thumbnail, but I never read Nana's lore. So maybe that's not the best choice. I don't know. A healing skill from Rafaela would be also very nice, of course, because someone is injured, yeah, you just heal them. That would be like something that is like actually useful in real life. I could not only help people, but become a very rich doctor who can cure everything. Actually, yes, that would be like maybe the best skill to have in real life, the healing skill. You can help people and earn a shit ton of money with that. Yeah, I go for that. Kratiusz asked, how to be happy, anything goes. I just want to know the answer. Such a short question and something you could talk about for hours. So I was actually thinking about that question a little bit before and was thinking like, what is the definition of being happy and how do I feel like being happy? Because I can say for myself, I am someone who's generally happy. Like there are many people who see everything negative. I'm a guy who sees everything positive at first. Not in a way that I think that I'm naive, but even if something bad is happening, I'm not letting myself being dragged down by that too much. Like, of course, I also have sometimes a bad day where I'm just a little bit moody, but usually I'm a very happy guy, always. I think to be happy, you need to have something in your life that actually fulfills you. Like, before I knew my wife and everything, when I was basically alone, living alone, that was not a fun time because you go to your work, you do your job, you go home, you get into your empty apartment, you most likely sit down in front of the PC, watch an anime, probably eat something unhealthy because you're just too lazy to cook, and repeat. Like, that's nothing what makes you happy in life. You really need to find something that fulfills you. That could be your job, for example. I have 2 jobs now, actually, I really like. I have my YouTube job, which I really enjoy, of course. But I also have my QA job, which I also really enjoy. And of course I have a family. I have a super nice wife, I have an awesome kid, I have super nice parents, I have super nice grandparents. And yeah, not everyone has nice parents obviously, or a girlfriend. And I know how hard it is to like actually get a girlfriend, especially when you're like an introvert. In real life, I'm a complete introvert. Like when there's a group conversation, I'm not the guy who's like shouting the loudest. I'm the opposite basically from that. But as I said, it's not only like a girlfriend that fulfills you, it's also something you're working on maybe. Maybe it is a hobby, maybe you love drawing. Maybe you make a YouTube channel because you feel like I need something else to have in my life. And then you just randomly start a YouTube channel out of fun and suddenly you have over 100,000 subscribers and you don't really even know like what just happened. So my advice for you to be happy would be think about what could make you happy, or think about the things where you think that they are not making you happy and try to scratch them out of your life. But yeah, being happy is something that is not like as easy as you could just say like, just be happy, what's your problem? Why are you not happy? What's your problem? Just be happy. It's not that easy, and just answering the question like, or giving like a general advice to everyone is not really possible, I think. Because everyone's situation is really different. Although, wait, I have one more tip for you to be more happy. Especially if you always play with this 45% win rate, teammates. Go and watch my How to Make a Comeback guide right now. See you over there!